good morning, everyone. It is week 5, or really week 10 in our course. So, because of the accelerated pace here. So, I hope this course is you're finding it manageable. Now, by the way, based on the grades, you are. I was really happy. I did some review of that, and it looks like most of you are actually doing well and accelerating in this class. So I know the accelerated pace, not to use the same term twice as redundant, but as an accelerated pace, sometimes it can just get too much. But luckily, the drop rate has been pretty low. Most of you are hanging out and doing well. So, congratulations. I know that this is a lot of material to take on at one time. So now we're hitting a shift point, right? So we're hitting a shift point during this week in the class, and we're moving into the last part, of course, but we're also moving into the project zero, which is on your task this week. So, a very important part, 25% of this course is that project, because I believe actually building something, and in this case, you'll build something with Bootstrap, which is a framework that you're going to learn in the future lectures, I think is really good, because when you get into 85, you'll learn the pure way to build sites through HTML and CSS. But it's good to know these frameworks that exist out there to make your lives easier. So I really think this is an important part. Obviously, the percentage I weighed on it. So the other update I wanted to give you is, since I asked a couple weeks ago how many of you would be affected or be able to take the course after this, the CIT85, if it was offered in either mode. I wish I had a for sure answer for you, but I think Stephen actually is going to be right, because once it's placed into the catalog in a mode, it's hard to change it. Mode meaning face to face or online. I believe our future goal here will be to have it online, but for next semester, it will be in the classroom. So if that affects you, sorry about that. Look for that to be taught online, I hope, in the coming semesters. So, to get to the course and just kind of go over some of the stuff in a little more detail, let's flip over to the course. So, here we are, like I said, in really week 10. And we look at, oh yeah, so the other topic that we're going to get into this week is the SEO, search engine optimization. Couldn't be a more relevant topic today than that. And then a draft of the Project Zero, which, by the way, I suspect you've already seen, but I've made that available down here in the bottom. So that is available for you to review what the requirements are for that. And that now we are stepping each week into adding the skill base for GitHub and Git. So I think I've only had one person have some issue here, but definitely if you're having issue, you need to reach out to me and come chat with me about that. Because the thing is, and I think we do it here, right here, and for tonight actually, is to have your Git set up for your particular operating system, and that's really important. Is to, by the way, as I've said, each one builds upon the other, so getting the first one right is important, because if you don't get this thing working, it'll haunt you for the rest of the semester. So get help as soon as you need it. The chat has actually, I think, been pretty active. I thought it excuse me, might be more, but I think we'll see it becoming more active as we move into the topics from here to the end of the course. Okay, but you can still get on it, FYI. And if you email me late at night with questions, I'll probably say to you, you might consider getting on it. So if that's an issue, right, class chat is right here in the very top to do that. And I have been able to keep up the grading schedule as far as trying to do it every day. There is a little glitch that may hit me this week. There is a chance I'm going to be on jury duty, but hopefully that doesn't affect us. Okay, so I don't think there's anything more specific than that I just kind of wanted to say, here's what's heading at you. The last thing I do want to say is that I know in one of the videos, and I'll bring you back here, I did talk about DevFest, and some of you asked me if DevFest was going to run again, because that was run last October. And I believe the goal will be, yeah, we've run that 4 years in a row. The event that's coming up this year present is actually going to be on March 19th, and it's an event focused on women tech makers. So, and the first thing the guys will say in the classroom will is, "Are guys invited?" And the answer is, "Of course you are." So I'm working on the event site for that right now. So I'll just give you a little preview. This is not live yet. This will probably go live pretty soon. It's actually built on a framework called Polymer and a product called Firebase, which if you continue on the web development track, you'll definitely get some Firebase from me if you take JavaScript, because I include it in the JavaScript content. Well, let me just show you. I'm going to move over to a new tab. I'm going to go to so it's International Women's Day Celebration, WTM Fresno, which is Women Tech Makers Fresno, which is really a part of GDG Fresno, who held DevFest. So this is on, like I said, March 19th at Bitwise. The tickets will be available soon. And we don't have all our speakers up yet, but we have 12 tracks of session, 4 tracks of session, 4 tracks, 12 sessions, 1 day, 200 folks. I hope you get to come. Here's also some past events we've held, and then this was the picture from last time, all the folks. So it's I still have some content to get to here, but it was a really fun weekend for me to actually get to work on this as well. So, and it really, I use Git, I use build tools, I had to use somebody else's template that I had to figure out, which was very interesting. But that's coming up. So keep that in mind. I'll have more information on this probably in the coming weeks about what that is. We're also on Facebook for those of you. So facebook.com/WTM Fresno. If you're on Facebook, if you could follow us, or if you're interested, we post all of our stuff out to there. So that's the event coming up right now. The last thing I will say about this event is one of the tracks that we're going to hold is called Cloud Next. And it's Google's Cloud Next is actually held in San Francisco, but all the content that comes out of there, we are going to have one of our tracks that just cover this the content coming out of here. So some of the content you'll be watching, and some of it will be what's called Code Labs. So again, this is held on 8th and 10th, and I'm not suggesting, although if you could go, it'd be awesome. I'm really saying that part of our event will cover content that comes out of this event. Okay, should be a great time, because what's happening in cloud is pretty phenomenal right now. Okay, that's it for me. Do reply, telling me you watched this video so that you are up to date with what's happening. So have a great rest of your week. Peace